Get inside right now.
Now,
Everybody outside.
everybody outside.
Get your butts in the seat.
Get your butts in the seat.
Get your butts in the seat. We want your butts in the seat. I can't think of what rhymes well with seats.
All right.
Oh, clap
What's
to
that?
the beat
Okay, cool. And we'll do, whoops, let me turn this on.
and get your butt in the seat. Come on now and move to the beat. Get your butts in the seat. Stop doing that eating. Put your butts in the seating.
Oh, that was great. Good morning,
Good morning.
everybody. Are you ready for a few more songs? Okay. I think we're ready.
Our farewell. Oh. Well,
No.
only kinda.
No.
On
It's,
this plane, it's all an illusion anyway, so big deal.
I had a good friend. She never said goodbye. She said, "See you in a minute." So. Yeah, exactly.
Z and I say to each other all the time, "Hi, baby. Hi, baby." Like in the morning, but also just in the day. We're sitting in the office working together, and we're like working away, each on our own things, and one of us will just go, "Hi, baby." So we talk about how when we die, and the other one gets there, we'll go, "Hi, baby."
And then I'll explode into tears. Okay, Larry, hit it.
We did this already. So you know how to sing it. Yes, yes.
There it is.
I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good and let it bless me. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. What do I say? I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Again, I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Oh, this sounds so good. Ooh, yeah, yes, yeah. Joy, I say yes to the greatest joy you have for me. Yes to this joy and let it bless me. All of the joy that you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. What do I say? I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. And then Z
After
says,
me, so much good. Right on time.
right on time.
I can take it,
I can take it,
'cause it's mine.
'cause it's mine.
Spirit's gonna give it,
Spirit's gonna give it,
and I'm a gonna get it.
and I'm gonna get it.
'Cause I align
I align
with the divine.
the divine.
Yes, I align with the divine.
All of the joy you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, yes, I say
Good morning. So it's just been the most amazing week. We heard from Mitch and Paul and met Mark Anthony Lord in person. We met and enjoyed and love and adore our beloved new friends, Melissa and Z. We met a wonderful new friend in Reverend Robert from New Thought Media Network. We got to connect. We got to do the family reunion thing, which just has been so amazing, and I'm sure it has been for you as it has been for me. And meet people that we've heard about and seen on Zoom, but never met in person. And we've gotten to see the beautiful faces of some of our beloveds that weren't able to be with us in person, but were able to join us on Zoom. What an amazing, amazing week. With technology that we've never done before, and you just step into this and you say, I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, but we say, yes. And what does life do? Life says, yes, of course. It is my honor and privilege and great joy to introduce and welcome Reverend Dr. Martha Creek and Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington to come on up. And we'll let Martha talk first.
You're so kind. Everybody that was here last night, and I ain't bitter, And if you wasn't here, then don't miss the talent show next year. Larry and Dave in the back, and Bill. And how many... There's been so much to thank you for, and what it took you to get here, to fly here, to drive here, to take a chance, your prayerful consideration on whether this was a yes for you, and doing it, and then trusting that the timing and all that's contained here, and that's all that's in the larger container here. It's absolutely a miracle, and it's representative of your devotion, of your clarity, of your own heart and mind, and what you know to be true that is for your well-being to do something like this. And we know in certainty that you have been well-beed here. And I bow to that and all that it took to make that possible, and to you. We've got everything in place for next year. It's in your email this morning that you got. You can click right on there to register. You do not have to specify your meal selection or anything. Just get the essentials in there. We'll circle back next year to see where you stand on that. We've made that as easy as possible. We've also got so many miracles this week that would take an hour to go over. So just know that we're aware of them. And we are also aware of it's you that are the miracle makers. Miracle makers. And one of them was when we looked at this finance for this conference and looked this past year at how to close the gap on some of this. We left the $8,000 auction budget in place, even though there was going to be less than half the people here. Let's just see how it goes. And $20-some short of $8,000. Which you understand is not short at all, because it's a miracle, exponential miracle. So that's one. Paul Selig saying there's no charge that he's to this conference. It represents it. I also know that you bought massages for each other, and somebody bought one for me, and someone bought one for staff, and nearly $700 that went in. And we made our budget amount. And. So a deep bow to you. A deep bow to you. And then the fun that we had. So we'll draw out of these bingo things now. There's two $25. Oh, two 10. Jerry must have kept the 15. We have to watch him, you know. You can see how generous this man is, I hope, as he was affirming others last night. Well, you know, Martha, they put a lot of time into this. Well, you know, Martha, they put a... And I said, you want to look at the time that you've put into this. So thank you. And I'm really, really teasing about that. So these gift cards came, though, as a result of us having points. So we used the points from the travel and got gift cards so then we can give back. And we've got so many things in the hopper on how to give back to you. So this solid foundation that we've been building for these years is also, we got a lot of juicy things in mind for you in your ministry, in your ideas, in your innovations, and your big ideas. So know that that's coming too. And at this board meeting in January, there'll be some uplifting of that and fleshing out of that. So stay tuned. So two $10 gift cards for who completed their bingo card. And just so you know, Kathy Englehart owns a sailboat, and that was one of the big ones. And this goes to Barb, New Jersey Barb. Hi, honey. Yay! Thank you for playing, honey. Thank you for playing and having fun. $10. And let's have another one. Hopefully this was fun and getting you to talk with people and getting to know them a little bit. We're a little shocked at how many people have been on TV. That's quite an accomplishment for some of us. Well, it's the birthday girl, Carol Lawson. Happy birthday again, the birthday that keeps on giving. Okay, now is anybody else with their pink slip? Your pink slip, your eval form? Thank you so much for turning these in. The majority of it is 5s. There's great ideas in here. We've really continued to streamline this, but extraordinary thanks and gratitude, Melissa and Z, from this feedback already. So thank you for that. And thank you. I'll be giving your feedback directly to the hotel staff and to their staff, to the wait staff and the banquet staff. It'll go directly up to them. They treasure it and they cherish it, all of it, and for all the love that you've already done. And that money that was in there yesterday that you passed around, I may have said it was nearly $700 for tips for them, for that staff over there. And so it looks like they're happy to see us. And it's not just that, but your gratitude, statements of appreciation, affirmation, acknowledgement, the things that we live and practice and are devoted to being, so that they can say, as we drive on the campus, we can tell it's your group that's here. When we drive in the area, we can tell that it's your group that's here. So that's your group that's here. Yeah. Okay, ready? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's the birthday girl. So there may be some energy to retirement. I don't know. Don't do it too quick. What, honey? No. Mm-mm. We didn't have anything else to give her. Yeah. So you got your own pink slip back, which I need back now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a minute. Okay. So please register. Go click that thing. If you have any trouble, come running right up to me at that back table. and I will get you registered and do it before you leave. And thank you that have added membership. Thank you for that, what you do continually, month after month after month, and keep sending your ideas up, because it's what makes us into the next greatest iteration of ourselves and of our organization. And I sincerely thank you.
Thank you, Martha. So if you don't want to do it this morning, that's okay, but by the time you give out the last Reese cup to the little monster at the door Sunday night, you got to register for conference so you get that discount. And that's for everybody who got the email. So those of us in this very room, as well as those of us on Zoom that were able to not able to be with us in person, you have that discount available. So please plan to do that by end of the day on Sunday. Those of you in this room, we still have some wonderful pamphlets and materials from Unity. They're on the table in the back room, and invite you to take a copy, or 5 or 10. Feel free to take some home to your spiritual community. Yes, some really great stuff. Now, Reverend Dr. Michelle.
Good morning, everyone. Has this week been something? Has this week been something? One of my favorite movies is Splash. I won't go into the details as to why, but the antagonist has just the worst week. And at one point he says, "Oy, what a week I'm having." He's a little Jewish guy. "Oy, what a week I'm having." And I thought, just put a different tone on that. "Oy, what a week we've had," right? I was thinking about that this morning. All right, that's not what I'm here to talk about. At our annual meeting, I mentioned something, but you weren't all there, so I want to just give this quickly again. Your board has gotten very clear that not only are we so very grateful for the donations and gifts and membership fees that you all provide during the course of the year to keep us operating and being able to provide more and more and more and more services. We also want to make sure that in the future, that not only the people in the future are contributing and helping, but we have a chance to support ANTN even in the future after we've gone. So we've created a legacy program. It's called the Legacy of Love Giving Program, Let Your Light Shine On. And if you did not get one of these brochures on Wednesday, I believe it was, I'd love for you to take one today, because it describes, and there's just two things I want to point out in it. For those of you who did get a brochure, there is a form here that invites you to check one of three things. One is, I have already remembered ANTN in my estate documents, because I learned after passing this out a couple days ago that several of you already have us in your trust, and we didn't know that. So now, yeah, thank you. So now we know that. So if you already have us in your trust documents, please check this off so that we know. The second one is, I intend to make a planned gift. Check that. Turn it in. And the last one is, please contact me with additional information. We've got a huge, beautifully detailed question and answer sheet, that I think would give you every answer to any question you could possibly have about what this involves and what it could look like. Or if it doesn't answer your question, I can, or one of our board members can. So please prayerfully consider including ANTN in your trust documents. It can be done very easily, and we give you some language even in that FAQ document of how you can just stick a codicil on whatever document you already have. And I did say this the other day, but I want to say it again. I don't ever ask anyone to do anything I'm not willing to do. And I have, as soon as we decided to do this program, I changed one of my investment accounts so that ANTN is the beneficiary. So I've done it, and I thank those of you who have done it also. And I encourage all of us to prayerfully consider that. Take a brochure. So who did not get a brochure? Because I'm going to you'll take? You're going to pass them out. Okay, thank you. Anybody over here didn't get one already? Okay. Thank you very much. I love you all.
Thank you so much. All right, now we have music.
I'm so confused. So we already sang this, and y'all know it certainly by now. So instead of doing like an organized round thing, what I'd like you to do is sing randomly whichever part you want. Maybe not the part the person next to you is singing, and it will be a round. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. Another option is to sing this like this. I am remembering whose I am. I am remembering whose I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. Keep it going. I am Spirit's beloved, child of God, light of lights for the world. I am, I am, I am. I am all that is right here. I am. I am, I am, I am. I am. I am yours, beloved, divine. I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am again. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I
Beautiful. Thank you both very, very much. Now I'd like to invite Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington and Reverend Gay Beauregard to come forward. Oh, Reverend Gay Beauregard, for our closing ritual.
Thank you. We're going to tag team this. I'm going to do the first part of it, and Michelle's going to do the ending of it. So what we'd like to do, we've done this in the past for many years, and I thought about Michelle because she was one of the ones that kind of headed this up in years past. We're talking many years ago. And so what we, and actually PJ kind of did it the other day when she was the MC, is that what we're going to do is put you into groups of 5 each, little dyads of 5. And the program, I don't know how many of you have your program with you that we did, but I'm going to kind of hit the highlights of what we've done during this week. And then I'd like you to have one person be a scribe, that the group is to come up with, well, what were the high points for me? What was the highlight of that particular session, or if someone said something, and it could even have been something in a conversation, with our fellow beings here that really hit you, the takeaway that came to mind. So write those down, and then we're going to each group is going to have a designated sharer, and you can stand up and share what it is that the highlights were for your group. Because, everybody has a different perspective as they're sitting here in our individualized expressions of God. And so it's kind of fun to see what one person or one group comes up with. And then we'll probably have, several of them that are the same, but maybe not, probably not. And so go ahead and get yourself organized. But before you do that, let me just run through briefly what the highlights were. Okay, first of all, we had an opening setting intention. We had an opening ritual, and where we set our intentions. We've been having them up here all week, and so that's one of the first things that we did, and we'd like you to think on that. Kind of remember. It's hard to remember back that far, isn't it? And so then we had. Let's see, that's on the first day. The first day we had the keynote was, let me go in order here. We had our opening session, that's what we did, our opening thing. And then Jerry did his workshop the next day, the next morning. Jim Blake, actually, with Unity Village, did his information that he gave us. Then we had Mitch Horowitz give us, his presentation. Okay. Then we had Janine Burns did her workshop, and that was amazing to hear all of those long words that she talked about. But it was havening. Remember, where you were stroking your hands and your arms and your face, and then that amazing demonstration that she gave with Missy, and we learned so many things about Missy. Wasn't that amazing? That woman is so diversified. And so then we had Melissa and Z do a wonderful presentation on giving us their ways that they do the wow and the I love God and all that. That was wonderful. We had Bill Marcioni did his workshop on what we are doing here in our ways that we affirm, and we can do new technology, new ways of reaching out to people. Sorry, I had to put this down. I don't know if you know it, but I had polio. There we go. And my left arm doesn't work very well. Thank you. That works much better. There. And so let's see. Then we had, of course, we had our opening membership meeting. Sarah Blackburn did her presentation on the nutrition and the way that all the wonderful little things work in our body. That was very informative. Mark Anthony Lloyd's presentation was fantastic, over the top, I thought. We had a labyrinth walk, beautiful. We had Paul Selig. That was the first time I had heard Paul, so that was an interesting experience for me. And oh my gosh, Dr. Charles Geddes did his presentation and shared his beautiful being. And then we had wonderful Dr. Eleanor Richard give her workshop too on God and what we are. That's what we are. Our Then, of course, last night we had our wonderful banquet, we had the auction, and we had the talent show. So here we are. That's our brief reminder of all the things that we have been doing this week. So if you can, very quickly, get yourself into groups of 5 and just circle around. Find somebody that will write down the ideas and then pick somebody who will be sharing them. Okay, so it's almost 10 o'clock. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to give you 15 minutes because that way we'll have some time to share. So 15 minutes. Oh, Jerry's handing out some paper and pens. That's good. All right, talk fast because the timetable has changed. Yeah, you have 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Remember, try to be specific in a certain quote, a certain phrase that the person said that really stuck with you. 2 more minutes. Okay, time's up. Let's go ahead and pick the person who wants to share. It might be the person who wrote it down, maybe. Be the easiest thing, huh? Yeah, they can read their writing, that's true. All right. Turn around your chairs. We're coming back. Hello. Oh.
Hello, that was not 15 minutes. That was not 15 minutes. That was not 15 minutes.
Thank you.
We need more time.
You know, I just realized with people on Zoom, if they wanted to share, they could put a hand up or something, or I'm not quite sure how that works. Did we? We broke them out in groups? Oh, perfect.
They're asking for more time.
That was
Well,
not
I'm
15
sorry.
minutes.
I know. We can bring the spokesperson in from there. Do we want to, are they, why don't we, well, we want to do them at the end then if they wanted more time?
It should be first.
Yeah. Okay, how about, who wants to go first in this room? I know there were 7, counted 7 dyads there. So, Michelle, you go first.
Well, we have a lot, but I'll zip through it. First of all, the experience of hearing a channeler again. It had been a long time for some of us. Over-the-top music, so inspiring and delicious. Mark Anthony Lord, when you get the call, you must answer. Also, how he referred so powerfully to the Holy Spirit. Z, when she talked about being emotionally unavailable, that struck one of our group members as like, she was too, but not anymore. Dr. Bill got lots of accolades. One of the synchronicities of that card experience that we had and the similarities and the common threads that we found with our partner that we didn't even know. And also just getting back to simple, fun ways of teaching truth. Sarah, we're only 10% human genes. That was crazy, and it's just from our knee down that's human. The rest were just bugs. We're bugs in here, but those bugs all work for our good, and we can work with them by what we eat. Reverend Charles, all of it was amazing, and his soul is so precious, and particularly the mention of Ho'oponopono. And Mitch's esoteric thoughts really touched people, and Melissa and Z's gratitude practices. That's what we loved. Woohoo, team. Good job.
Okay, how about this group over here? Who's the spokesman? Here you go, Marco.
All right, where do I start? So, with my mouth. Okay, sounds good. So we were just talking about how everything impacted us so profoundly here, and we were mentioning also the openness, especially the channel of Paul Selig, to know that we're in an organization that has that openness to explore all these different avenues of consciousness, and it's just an amazing place to be, and to have that power to be able to surrender to something new that is exposing us also. So that was wonderful. And of course, Melissa and Z, your message for me has been amazing also, this practical love, looking at life and as projects, things that we can actually look at and face in a different way. So that was extremely powerful for us. And of course, Dr. Charles, my Papa Bear, always channeling in love and feeling that radiation of love of the heart that we it's an energetic circle that we felt coming from the stage. Do you agree to that you felt the whole room change? That's not Papa Bear. So anyways, we talked about that. We talked about just the organization in general and everything that we were exposed to. I know that for the Labyrinth Walk, that was profound to me. It was silent, and to me it was set up so beautifully. I felt it was like a coming home story. It was like every step I was taking felt like a part of my story, and getting to the middle, it was like that coming home feeling. And greeting all the people on the journey along the way was just something profound as well. But Mark Anthony Lord blew us away as well. Amazing. And basically just consciousness expansion. It's this love and this, and everybody just contributed tremendously. So for me, my graduation.
Thank you, Marco. Are the Zoom people ready? Okay, let's do the Zoom people. Go for it.
Who's speaking for the Zoom people? Would it be
You
me?
are Lisa.
You are, Lisa.
Okay, so we didn't get far, but we talked about what lessons we learned. And Dr. Charles had mentioned that for me, it was to remember not to rescue people, but to remind them who they really are. And I was mentioning that in my personal life, that has been something that I really needed to learn. So remind, not rescue. And also the importance of possibility partners. As I'm new to this, to hear people who are established and who have done this, and knowing the need for possibility partners is ongoing. Now we're never alone, we're always with God, but it is awful helpful to have that along the way. And then Dr. Angelo mentioned that he felt that the idea of grief and help being there with the grieving, that this is a requirement. We need to look at making this a requirement and how to deal with the grieving. The need to be with them, to be listening to them. not only just to say they're in a better place now. Dr. Missy does not know this, but she's going to be getting a call from me, and we're going to be talking about a specific book on this to work together with. And I also know that I'll be working with Missy on some other things. And that's as far as we got. We were not able to get to anybody else, and we'd awfully like to have some more time with that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, here's the one hand in the back.
Thank you. Our group, well, Z and Melissa, the whale joke. And also the talent show, which was amazing. Martha, you blew me out of the water on that one. Unity Village just in general. That we couldn't go on enough about that. Mark Anthony Lord, Charles Geddes, the music. I mean, Marcy singing with Melissa and Z. And Bill Marcioni, morning meditations. We felt so taken, the whole group felt so taken care of by everyone, not just the staff here at Unity, but ANTN in general. There was just such a care and a feeling of generosity all the time. The cart rides, they were really appreciated for those who needed the cart rides and got them, received them. Paul Selig, another one said, they love that it is not a stuffy conference. And of course, the Labyrinth, and whoever took the time to light all those tea lights. Who was that? Oh my goodness. That was amazing. That's our group.
All right. Hey, y'all. Thought I'd end and start with the same phrase. So the music was the very first thing we talked about. And, of course, I think everyone has felt that as well. And the way it was described was the cellular level that it reached us. And I want to do this without crying, so thank you. And the chanting. I call it rapping. Some people call it chanting. It was really powerful as well. The Labyrinth Walk. I got to help Missy set that up, and I was sore the next morning, but it was magical and mystical and silent and something we cannot get anywhere else but in a labyrinth. Of course, Paul Selig, listening to him, and the Oh My God workshop. And Mitch, I thought this was a really great thing that Robert said, because I had a hard time following Mitch. And I think a lot of us may have talked about that. And he talked about how maybe Mitch was doing something a little different for us. And it was more hypnotic. And maybe he was working with us on another, again, maybe cellular level. And that changed everything for me in that moment. So thank you for saying that. The rooms. I'm trying to think of something different that we haven't said. The rooms. Missy was talking about the light-encoded language that's in there, the colors and the frequency of the colors Sandy was talking about, and the vibration and how peaceful it is here. And again, of course, just the land, the staff. But the biggest thing we talked about was the people. And the authenticity for me, it was very much, it's an authentic, I was saying at my age, I'm approaching 50, and I just want to spend time with authentic people and that pure love. And it is for my I do it so easily. But it's first time here. It's just so easy to love you all. And it's so easy to love and to be authentic and pure. And that is what the biggest takeaway, I think, for all of us was. So thank you. Oh, and to my fellow graduates, the graduation, thank you all. That song at the end, the song at the end, and holding everyone's hands, and I know that we will take that and scoop that up. That energy was incredible, moved us very much. Thank you.
Right, okay. Next.
The first thing that came up in our group was the havening technique and having a new tool to put in the toolbox to take home. The concept that God is in everything, everywhere. And then we talked about Mark Anthony Lord's message and the dichotomy between the traditional churches and how they're so polished in getting their message out, and the New Thought churches are a little behind the times and not doing quite as well and need to kind of move up in terms of the dating of their message and how they're getting it out. The concept of how New Thought doesn't want to proselytize and just being the message and everywhere you go, as opposed to always talking the message. And then the card demonstration was striking too, showing the synchronicity of God's plan and how amazing that turned out to be. Then the concept of rethinking the church from what it has been historically in terms of a brick and mortar facility and moving forward to a new concept of what else it can be and how it can show up. And then we were also struck by the auction, the generosity of people bidding with each other and then turning around and gifting what they bid to someone else, and, you know, the heart that showed. So I think that was pretty much what we got.
Is Mary Beth's group the last one? No, Rita. Okay. Okay, everyone starts out, I think, with music. Oh my God, this music. Oh my God, this music. And one of the things we so appreciated was the easy peasy way that we could all flow with. Your chants are so easily tapped into, and it just everyone in tuned and entrained immediately. It was just remarkable, just phenomenal. And then when we had that music at the graduation with Marcy, oh my God. You know, the graduation for us, all of us were saying, it was the most intimate and meaningful graduation we've ever attended, not just in ANTN. And there was something just so important, so amazing, so ethereal is the word we were using for that sense we all had. It was just, oh, I know I'll start crying. Mark Anthony Lord, I said it was almost like he got up and took his clothes off and said, "Here I am," you know, and just, you know, and in the most well, I mean, he's cute too. It would have been okay. But the radical dedication to nothing but the truth. I mean, and then Robert too. Thank you, God. You know, Striplet. We all have to be at the talent show next year. And you know, we found Mitch so thought-provoking, you know, that intersection of spirituality and science, you know, and just, again, he's just out there thinking out loud and kind of processing right in front of you. Sarah's information was so amazing, and what we really appreciated was the fact she had input on the menu, which is so incredible. That was just, wow, and then the food, oh, there's so much more of me to love. The tech team, amazing, and this is so cool. Marcy had to go to O'Reilly's to work on her car, to get a tire work done, and she sat at O'Reilly's and watched our Zoom. So that was really Dr. Charles, MYOB, your heart, you being so amazing. I don't know what else to say about that except just being, and you know, by being, everything else takes care of itself. Jerry bringing the whole program, you know, the mud, lotus, the grief and trauma, that, you know, the no bypass, no spiritual bypassing, no toxic positivity, when we've got to deal with what we've got to deal with and get through it. And, you know, it makes us all better practitioners and teachers and ministers, you know, because we are the heart of that. We are that having the human experience of being spiritual. So the opening ritual, we really appreciated that so much right from the very beginning, because you connected us all right from the very beginning. And we already had like little units of family and everyone united. And the last thing I added that we had not mentioned, but I loved the wisdom panels that we had with our with the ministry wisdom panel and then the wisdom panel. They were just so, and there's so much more, but anyway, I'm done.
I forgot to mention, Melissa is carrying home with her a shawl that is infused in love and in generosity, which was really, in essence, the complete tone of this event. So I wanted to, I forgot to say that.
Okay, we really have a limited time, and so we have one more. So if we could just mention something that nobody else has.
That's hard to do. First, we started off with talk about Mark Anthony Lords and how he shared so authentically, and he allowed himself to be very vulnerable in sharing his story. Also loved Dr. Reverend Charles Getty's vulnerability and sharing his story. It's just authentic when people are real and share their life's experience. We loved connecting with friends and meeting new friends here. We just love the grounds, the facility, the tours, the food, the staff, everything. The rooms is just a wonderful facility, and it's palpable. The love here is palpable. It's sacred. We too also love Z and Melissa and the way they express spirituality through their music with fun, enthusiasm. It's awesome. And their consciousness in their music. Yes, yes, beautiful. We had we love the possibility partners. We loved new opportunities, networking, ministries, retreats, Labyrinth, Walk at Night was awesome. And the banquet, the talent show, the fun part of it was awesome too. It was a lot of fun to witness that and to be a part of it. And okay, just being a part of the panel and listening to the Q&A back and forth with the panel was so enlightening. And I just could say that the things that I heard here this weekend really validated me. From a lot of different people, things that were said validated me. And the graduation was so touching. I mean, I was full. Being an empath, I was full. And then Barb turns around and hugs me and says, "I love you," and I lost it. So I'm just so grateful to have had this opportunity to be here. Thank you.
So we need to be out of this room in 4 minutes. Yes, in 4 minutes. So this is how we're going to do this. So you all set intentions at the beginning of our time together. And we know that we teach we're all one, right? And we teach it. So we're going to have an opportunity in the lobby to experience that synchronicity again, which is we're going to do this in silence, actually. And you can greet each other and love on each other in the lobby when we're complete here, but I'm going to, and you're going to play a little loud so we can hear, go out into the lobby, and each of you are going to come up to me and take out of this bowl an intention. It probably won't be yours. Most likely won't be yours. We're going to see the synchronicity of your pulling someone else's intention and see how perhaps that manifested for you this week. So we're just going to go into the silence. Z's going to play some music for us, and because if we stay in here to do this, we'll go beyond 10:30. So we're going to stay in the silence. I'm going to go out into the lobby. You come, take one, and then you can love on each other. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for the team. Thank you. We love you. I love you. We'll see you next year.
Please be sure to check out of your room by 11. Thank you all so much.
Check out of your room by 11. We want to sing one thing as you go. On the outside, it looks like we are saying goodbye, but we will never be apart. I will take you with me in my heart. On the outside, it looks like we are saying goodbye, but we will never be apart. I will take you with me in my heart. On the outside, it looks like we are saying goodbye, but we will never be apart. I will take you with me in my heart.
We can unmute now.
On the outside, looks like we are saying goodbye, but we will never be apart. I will take you with me. I will take you with me. I will take you with me in my heart.
All right, Melissa and Z.
Love you, Lisa. You take care.